get you some. Oh, yeah. Mate, it's lucky she can cook. Wow. G'day lovelies, welcome back. Alrighty, today we're going to use up some lemons and go old school. Lemon curd tart. Alright, so what we're going to need for this is a roughly 24 centimetre loose base tart tin. I'll write the recipe below as always. Alright, into a bowl we want to put 1 1/4 cups of plain flour. Then we're going to need 125 grams of unsalted butter, chopped up, nice and cold. Alright, whack it in there. Now with our fingertips, you just want to get the butter and just constantly squeeze it into the flour until it looks like that, chunky breadcrumbs. Now we want to add 1/3 of a cup of icing sugar. Then we want to add 1/4 cup of almond meal or ground almonds. Alright, just give them a little mix through. Now we need to separate 1 egg and just put the yolk in there only. Now we want to mix it until it goes into a big clump. Alright, once there's no dry ingredients left, we can just squeeze it into a ball. Once we've got it into a lump or a ball, whatever you want to call it, just do it a couple of times just till it's smooth. Alright, and then just push it all together into a ball. Then just flatten it a little bit, just so when we go to roll it after, it's not so hard. And now we want to wrap it in Glad wrap and just stick it in the fridge for half an hour. Yeah, sorry if I sound a bit raspy too. I'm actually really crook and have been for a while. Alright, so we want to put another piece on top. Alright, now we just want to roll it out until it's big enough for our tin. Alright, well as you're about to witness, I'm rough as guts when it comes to pastry. Okay, peel one off. Grab our tin, flip it over, carefully peel off. Just take your time with it. Alright, sit it over the top. And then just push it all into the edges first. Now as you can see, rough as guts. Alright, so put it over the outside. Just push it down with your hands and get rid of it all. And then I'll just patchwork it. Wherever it's too thin or there wasn't enough there, I'll just patch it over, press it in gently. I'll just do that all over it. Then just bend it over and keep doing that. Once we've got it looking like that, we now want to cover the top in Glad wrap. And we want to bang it in the fridge for 1 hour. Alrighty, 10 minutes till the base is ready. We now want to preheat our ovens at 200 degrees Celsius. Alright, put the tart base on the baking tray. Alright, baking paper. And then roughly a cup of rice. Or if you've got those clay ball thingies, I think you can use dried beans as well. You want to put roughly a cup to hold it down. I've just got a jar I always use for doing it. Flatten it out a bit. Like so. And now we want to bang it in the oven for 15 minutes. 15 minutes is up. Now we want to carefully take out the rice and the paper. And now we want to put it back in for 5 minutes. Alrighty, 5 minutes later. Wow. Okay, now we need to set that aside to cool down for a minute. Now we need to turn our ovens down to 180 degrees Celsius while we get the filling done. So I just pulled out this bar plate and it made me think of something. So I went digging. Who remembers these? Can anyone remember these plates? I can tell you right now, they're 40 years old. And I was about 10 years old when these come out. And we had this competition. I was in like year 6 of primary school or something, I think. and it was a food competition, and it was see who could make the most enticing meal for kids. And back then I used to love fillet of fishes, and you could actually get the square frozen fillet of fish things at the supermarket. So we heated one of them up with some mashed potato and honey carrots, and I ended up winning the competition because they were on a McDonald's plate and kids wanted to eat it. So how cool were they? Has anyone else got them still, or is it just crazy old me? Anywho, thought you might appreciate that. Alrighty, first thing we need to do is get 1 tablespoon of lemon rind. So we just want to get a little grater so it's finely grated, and we just want to grate the yellow, okay, not into the white, just the yellow, and we want a tablespoon. So 1 decent sized lemon, made a tablespoon of the rind. Alright, now we need 1/2 cup of lemon juice. Don't have to worry about straining it because we've got to strain the whole thing after. Oh, there you go, that was plenty. So probably 1 1/2 lemons off of a lemon tree. I'd grab maybe 4 or 5 if you're getting it from the store. Sometimes you get lucky and they're juicy, but most of the time you need more. Okay, into a large bowl we want to crack 5 eggs and then whisk them. Once we've done that, we want to chuck in our lemon rind and our 1/2 cup of lemon juice. Just whisk them through. Now we want to add 3/4 cup of caster sugar, and just whisk that in. And then we want to add 1 cup of thickened cream, and then whisk that through. Once we've done that, we now want to get a strainer. Alright, and if you haven't got one of these, I have actually used, you know, your flour one, where you do your sifter, your flour sifter. I've actually used that before to strain it through. Like anything you've got will do. Alright, we're going to carefully grab our base, and then we're going to pour it in through the strainer, sifter, whatever the hell it is. You might think, well, why do we do all that rind if it's in there? Because it puts the flavour right through it. Okay. As you can see, my bench is completely uneven. Alright, now our oven is right down at 180 degrees. Banger in there. Alrighty, 32 minutes later in my electric oven. So we want it to look like this. So see how it's still wobbly in the middle, but it's not runny, it's wobbly. So now we'll leave it there to completely cool down. Once it's completely cooled down, we'll put it in the fridge. Once it's cold, we'll put some Glad wrap over the top and leave it in there overnight. Now I've got some flaked almonds here I need to use up, and you know me, I love flaked almonds. So I'm just going to sprinkle some around the edge while it's cooling down. I just think it looks really cool, and you've got almond meal in the base, and almonds and lemons just go, oh, magnificent together. So I used to always freak out, if you can remember back a while ago, that the pastry was always really dark, and I don't know how people who get all these perfect photos that it's not dark. I swear they must undercook it or something. So anyway, I don't freak out about that anymore, because I've worked out you can dust icing sugar around it and it makes it look perfect, and the dark colour actually tastes beautiful. So win-win. Now it's got a couple of cracks in it. If you don't like that, then you can just cover it up with cream, which I might just do anyway. Alright, I've just put it on a tray because I'm going to put the dusting on it, and then I'm actually going to sit it on this bench to cut it. So I thought if I do this, so we sit it on a bowl and gently get the edge off. Just keep pushing on it until it comes down. Alright, I'm going to get out some icing sugar. Grab a little strainer thingy, or a big one if you haven't got a little one, doesn't matter. And I'm just going to tappity tap all around the edges. So I can't find any piping bags, so I've just got a sandwich bag, and I'm just going to shove a corner into the cup and put the rest over it. I want to fill it with cream. I've whipped up some cream. Put it up. Grab a pair of scissors. Alright, get it into the corner. Twist your bag. Okay, so we've just got our sandwich bags with it twisted. And I'm just going to cut a little bit off the end. And we will use this as our piping bag today. Alright. So yeah, all you need is a sandwich bag. So I'm just going to start around here. Won't look as pretty as if you had the things on the end, but who cares? I don't. And don't worry about being too perfect. Just as long as you've got some sort of pattern, that's all that matters. So I'm just going to get, hopefully I've got enough left, some more almond flakes. And I'm just going to flake them around the gaps. Alright, as you can tell, my camera does not like white things. I'll just see if I can... It looks awesome. Alright, let's get a wrong knife and cut a piece. Look at this. Oh my god, mate. Lemon curd tart. It is freaking amazing. It really is amazing. Yeah, it takes a lot of time to, you know, put it in the fridge and doing all that, but absolutely worth it. Your family is going to absolutely love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely give this one a crack. Lemon curd tart all the way. Have an awesome evening. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday. Toodles!